Welcome to Joe's Hot TwilioQuest extension dev tips. Break your level. So first of all, we need to get back to where we were in this mission so that I can continue progressing along with where I built. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to break the map. So we're going to fire up tiles and break some stuff. Pink stuff, you can see there's pink stuff everywhere. That is collision drawing, so it prevents the player walking through it. And what we're going to do is do a little bit of collision hacking because I want to be able to walk through walls so I can get to the objective quicker. So we're going to remove that one. That one's we've already done. We've already added a path there. We've already added a path there. Let's give ourselves a path through that bush as well. There we go. Just fundamentally make sure the collision doesn't work. And that way, it's really easy to advance through your own level to get to where you want to develop for the day. We had added this Margaret NPC who tells us about editing the map. We had added this Ryan NPC who tells us about connecting the objectives. Oh, there's some new stuff here. We've got fire. Kevin and Ryan giving us fire. But for now, let's focus on this console. So at this point, we've got Ryan. We're asking them to link this laser barrier to this console. So this console just needs a hack button that just does nothing. That just passes. But the problem is it doesn't work. So that's what we'll start with. So when we edit objectives, we have a couple of knobs and dials that we want to play with. So first of all, we have this objective.json, which is where we've removed the validation field. So for example, in the editing objectives, objective.json, you'll see there's two fields where users can enter their answers. We just want this to be a straight up auto pass, approve everything, because the challenge here isn't in anything they do on the objective console. We are doing this weird mission where right now they're not doing things with the consoles to pass by objectives, having to edit the map. So we want this objective to basically always pass. So I guess I just rip out everything in the validator.js. The validator.js is a JavaScript file that's associated with each objective that contains scripts to determine whether an objective has been met or not. So here, for example, you'll see that this one is looking for the user. I think we copied this from the first objective that the Extenception team created. We're looking for the users to put in the path to their TwilioQuest mission, the TwilioQuest template they've forked, and is checking whether that directory exists, and if it does, they succeed. So we're just gonna rip all of that out. Everyone gets to succeed. I don't even think we don't need any of this. We do need the helper. We've got the helper. So we'll just do helper.success. So here they're checking if it fails for numerous reasons, and if it doesn't fail, it just auto falls through to success. We'll just put in some sarcastic text about the laser barrier not being lowered. So we'll say, hooray, you completed this objective, but has the laser barrier lowered? Okay, this is setting an environment variable. Yeah, we don't need that. Here I am just ripping stuff out of files and vaguely hoping that it still works. Ryan, you're too close to the console. Hooray, you completed this objective, but has the laser turned off? It hasn't. Well done, me. We have added this sarcastic message. And if I remember correctly, Ryan is set up to give the player the instruction that we need. So when we go to conversations, we should see Ryan. And Ryan says the laser's not connected to the objective. You have to edit the map in tiled and set the objective property of the laser to pass. This laser fence has no objective console. You have to break the map. Let's give them a little bit more of a hint and tell them what the name of the objective they need to do is. So it's deleting objects. Try changing the property to... And then I did want to separate these two a little bit because they're a little bit close and it was hard to click on. So I'll put that over there. And then Ryan can stay where Ryan is. Cool. So let's add in a description. Did I add a description to these other ones? Editing properties. No, I did not. So let's do that. So we'll call this one editing properties. And then the to-do list will be open tiled. So this is the to-do list that shows up in the objective screen. Select the laser barrier next to the objective console. And then edit the, I think it's called objective name. Edit the objective name property. It looks like this is going to take markdown blocks. Objective name property to link it to the console. Okay. Laser barriers and chests in TwilioQuest can be linked to objectives. When the objective is completed, maybe we'll add an extension here where they can tick the hack box to make the laser barrier directly editable. When the objective is completed, I don't really want to talk about chests. Objectives, the lasers block path forward until the objective is completed. This laser is not linked to the laser to our left is not linked to this objective console. The laser to our left is not linked to this objective console. You will have to edit the objective name property to link it to the correct objective. You can click on the objective console in tiled. It's also called objective name, right? Yeah. Tiled, and check out its objective name property to find the correct objective name. So I can delete that. I don't think we need most of this for what we've just done. We'll leave it simple. Walkthrough, what do we want in the walkthrough? I guess we can call this tiled properties, and we can explain properties in tiled a little bit. But I'm going to leave it blank for now because me just writing loads of explanation of how tiled does properties isn't very interesting stream content. Okay. Properties, edited, written, perfect.